Two new WWE signings are confirmed, plus so much more. We're going to talk about it right here on the Ango Show. Don't forget, I'm giving away this championship belt at 100,000 subscribers. Welcome back to TAS. I am your boy Ango. Guys, I want to kick things off with some interesting news surrounding Rey Mysterio, and I am kind of scratching my head at today's news because, quite honestly, I don't know. It just kind of seems random that they did this knowing Rey Mysterio is injured. Okay, so for those who don't know, Rey Mysterio had revealed on social media that he had a successful knee injury, and then he says now payback is on Santos Escobar. It's on the horizon. And look, the thing that's very interesting to me is he's expected to be out for several weeks from television, but WWE just did this angle where Santos Escobar turned heel on Rey Mysterio, which I guess I'm kind of confused here, and maybe WWE has something up their sleeve, and maybe I'm just kind of jumping the gun here. But with WWE having Santos Escobar turning heel, yes, technically they, wrote off Rey Mysterio, and that's fine. But there seems to be a gap now within time because a lot of people are wondering, well, what's going to happen to the LWO? My initial prediction was that Carlito, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio were going to have their own group, which then would go up against Legado del Fantasma. So I don't know what's going to happen here. And it obviously sucks that Rey Mysterio is having another knee surgery. I swear, I don't know the exact number, but at this point, it's probably got to be like 20 to 30 knee surgeries. But Rey Mysterio is a legend, man. This guy continues to work at a very incredible pace. This guy is absolutely incredible in the ring, and I'm very invested in this storyline. So I hope that WWE, despite the fact that Rey Mysterio is going to be taking some time off, I'm hoping that there could be a lot of continuity here and they don't forget about it because there is a lot of potential within the storyline. And more importantly, there's a lot of potential for Santos Escobar. And you got to keep that in mind. Santos Escobar is somebody who has been doing a great job on the main roster. WWE has consistently put him on TV, consistently in stories, and then they created the LWO. But I always felt like Santos Escobar was naturally a really good heel. And when you look at Legado del Fantasma and NXT as a heel group, I just think there's a lot of good that could come from this. Now, another thing that's kind of interesting, and maybe it's something we should be considering as a possibility, is calling up Elektra Lopez to the main roster because she was originally with Legado del Fantasma. And with Zelina Vega potentially taking sides with the LWO, it could just be a really good thing if they want to do a 4-on-4 match at some point. But I'm hoping that WWE, at least by the time that Royal Rumble takes place, WWE can have at least a 6-man tag or an 8-man tag match with these two groups of people. A lot of great talent. It's a great storyline, especially because it doesn't revolve around a championship. And Rey Mysterio's injury is probably another big reason as to why Logan Paul ended up winning the U.S. Championship to begin with. Top Dollar revealed on social media some canceled plans, and I thought this was really interesting. A lot of people have been talking on social media about AJ Francis, aka Top Dollar, and Michael Cole. And Top Dollar put it out on Twitter. He says, "Wait until you idiots realize that me and Michael Cole were working together, and y'all was too dense to catch on. Michael Cole is a real one." For some reason, a lot of fans thought Michael Cole actually hated Top Dollar, and that's just because Top Dollar and Michael Cole, there was a really good dynamic there, especially on commentary. Michael Cole was always roasting Top Dollar. He was showing a lot of personality, and honestly, I love this. He actually went on to say, Top Dollar, aka AJ Francis, now he just goes by the name Dollar, by the way. He says, me and Cole wanted a match at a PLE. We even had it planned out. I throw him around for 5 minutes. I get cocky and get distracted. And he gets distracted by insert any wrestler here, and he beats me with a small package. Somebody actually responded to him and says, you could have got distracted by Pat McAfee at WrestleMania. It could have been you and Ashanti versus Michael Cole and Pat. He says, yeah, this was a plan we had as well. And honestly, I'm kind of sitting here just like scratching my head. I don't understand why this would not happen. One, Pat McAfee could wrestle. Michael Cole is very entertaining. Hit Row is obviously entertaining as well. I'm a big fan of all the guys involved in this. It would have been a very fun story going into WrestleMania 40. And it doesn't have to revolve around a championship. And it doesn't have to revolve around oh, you're not my best friend anymore, so let's feud. I like when creative ideas are pitched. For some reason, WWE is not moving forward with this. They unfortunately released Top Dollar. I thought that was a mistake, especially when I see something like this being put into fruition. It just has so much potential. It would have been a great moment for Pat McAfee as well. It would have been a great moment, and actually, it would have been there would have been a lot of attention on Top Dollar and Ashanti the Adonis in this type of match. So to me, it's kind of like a no-brainer. If you're trying to get these people over, you have them feud with two guys that everybody loves and their commentators. It seems like it would have had money written all over it. But WWE made the decision to not push Top Dollar and Hit Row. And now B-Fab, luckily it looks like B-Fab might be talking some business with Bobby Lashley, but we still don't know what's going to happen with Ashanti. So hopefully WWE, figures it out. But this would have been something I definitely would have loved to watch. And I hope maybe one day WWE decides to actually bring them back and do this. And with that final topic coming up, we got Jay Malachi and Brogan Finley, who are reportedly at the WWE Performance Center. Keep in mind, we've talked about WWE having some potential signings in the past. There was a few names listed. Jay Malachi is a huge standout from the independent wrestling scene. If you guys watch Deadlock Pro Wrestling, you may have seen Jay Malachi in the past. But Jay Malachi and Brogan Finley, at least according to PW Insider, are officially at the Performance Center today. So WWE is now bringing in talents. These were names that were brought up in the past. There was rumors that they had signed, but there was never 100% confirmation that they were 100% going. Now PW Insider has brought that confirmation. Look, I'll tell you guys about Jay Malachi. He's 19 years old. The kid is having incredible matches in Deadlock Pro Wrestling. Yes, he's competed elsewhere, but if you go and look at what he's done in DPW, then you can see some very, very good quality stuff from this kid. And he's only 19. He's that young. If he can learn how to work the WWE style, learn with the television cameras, and learn, the production cues and things like that, this kid is going to go far in the industry. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of potential there, and I love it. I love to see, first of all, if you watch his matches in Deadlock Pro Wrestling, you can see that he's talented. You can see that he really has the heart to do this. And, I feel like that's what WWE needs. If you're going to go after the indie people, you got to go after the people who got heart, people who really could become something in this business. And then you bring in Brogan Finley, and then, we'll see when Lucky Ali reports, if he officially reports, but there's a few others that have been rumored to sign. WWE can take these young guys. They have a little bit of experience, but you mold them into the WWE style, and there could be a lot of potential with that in the long term. What do you guys think? Let me know. Don't forget, I'm giving away this championship belt at 100,000 subscribers.